morning, my jewels. Welcome back to another video. I am Sapphire. Happy Good Friday. I didn't realize that Friday was Good Friday when I told you guys that you'll see this video on Friday. I do apologize about that, guys. I am so sorry, but it's Good Friday and I know I'm going to be busy this week. So, Lord's will, you will see this video Monday. I am off. You'll see it sometime Monday, okay? Because today I have a lot to do, and then we have services today at noon. And then once I'm done, I'm going to be cooking today, and then I'm going to finish up the rest of my cooking on Saturday. And then Sunday, we are going to services as well. So resurrection service. And then when I come back, I have a little time for myself, and then family, they will be coming in around 4 o'clock. So yeah, so I'm going to be busy this weekend. So I do apologize about that. Okay, y'all, like I am so sorry. So today's video, I'm going to talk about proteins and how you are supposed to add proteins to your hair routine. A lot of you guys are following these trends. I too would used to follow YouTube trends, and they just simply wasn't working for me. So whatever worked for them, it didn't work for me. And I'm sure you're feeling that too, because a lot of you guys are in the comments are saying, I'm tired of these YouTube trends. I've been following these trends and yada, yada, yada. It's not working. So I'm glad that your eyes are finally open. I am so happy. You have to do you. You have to know your hair and know what's best for your own hair, okay? For your own hair, because on this channel, I do not follow trends at all. Now, like I said, I used to follow trends and it really didn't work for me. I was hoping and praying that it did work for me, but it did not. My hair was saying something else. It did not, okay? So I'm doing me, all right? So it's time for you to do you. All right, so if you're stumbling on this, you came across this video, you need help with your hair and you need answers as far as protein treatments, and you're tired of following trends, okay? You just want your hair to stop being dry and damaged, and you just want help. So that's why I'm here, okay? So now, our hair, I'm not saying that our hair does not need proteins, because if you are getting chemicals in your hair, I'm talking about a relaxer or Jerry curl or color, those are chemicals. If it's not your natural hair, you're doing something else to your hair, it's chemical, okay? It's chemical. So our hair does need protein to keep it healthy, to give it a strength, all right? So it can grow as long as it can get, okay? No doubt about that. It's when to put one in, okay? Some people are putting them in every single month, and then by the time the year is up, going into the middle of the next year, their hair became dry and brittle. They're doing everything else that they can do, but the only thing that's the downfall is using too much proteins, okay? So I'm here to tell you guys how often you should be using a protein in your hair, okay? If you color your hair every 5-6 months, okay, color, use a protein treatment, okay? Because you are adding chemicals to your hair, like color. It is chemicals, okay? It truly is, okay? Add a protein treatment, all right? If you are relaxing your hair every 15 weeks or every 20 weeks or every 26 weeks or every 30 weeks or every 38 weeks, that's the time you should use protein in your hair, okay? That's the only time you should use protein in your hair. Our hair doesn't necessarily need proteins every single month. It does not. Read it for yourself. I'm going to put down what I read about proteins on a monthly basis. I'm going to put them down here. So grab your pen, your pad, and I want you to start writing these down, okay? I really, really do, because I have been doing a lot of reading and some researches on proteins, and YouTube, when it comes to YouTube want you to do a protein treatment every single month because it's all about money. These companies are gaining so much money off of you guys because it's led to believe that you have to add proteins on a monthly basis. Are you putting a relaxer or color in your hair every single month? Certainly not. So therefore, you do not need a protein. I don't care what anybody else says. You do not need proteins in your hair every single month, especially if your hair is healthy and it's strong and it's growing. You understand me? You don't have to do anything but Wash it, condition it, moisturize and seal it. Keep it wrapped up at night. You understand? And trim it whenever it needs trimming. You don't have to get scissor happy like some of these people on here always cutting off their hair just to show, cutting off their hair. No, you're not getting split ends every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. You're not getting split ends like that. You're not getting split ends like that. No one is getting split ends like that unless you just not taking care of your hair. Okay, and I see a lot of you guys taking care of your hair, so you don't have to cut it like that. Stop doing that. Stop it. Especially if you're complaining about my hair is not growing. Your hair is growing. You're cutting off what's growing. You're cutting off what's growing. We only get a half an inch every month, if that. We only get a half an inch. And then when you want to come on here and show people that you want to cut your hair, you're cutting an inch or 2 inches off just to say, ooh, I cut my hair. Stop doing that, okay? Proteins are designed for damaged, unhealthy, brittleness, dry hair, just really not taking care of your hair. That's the only time you use a protein treatment, okay? So if it takes 4 months for that protein treatment to work to restore your hair back, because it took 4 or 5 months for mine, if it take that long, after your hair comes back, you see it growing, you don't see any excessive shedding, the dryness has gone away, it's conditioned, it's hydrated, and it's soft, and you don't have any more problems, stop using it. Put it up. Okay, put it up. Don't keep using it because you're slowly damaging your hair. This came from Sapphire. You're slowly damaging your hair, and that's the truth. I've been getting some messages about I'm stop using protein. I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna stop following her. Don't stop following your YouTube people. Don't stop following them. Okay, their eyes are not open yet. Don't stop following them. You know the truth. If you have a channel, then you need to talk about proteins, because we don't get proteins like that. Stop following these trends. I said that before. A lot of people just stop using relaxers, period, altogether, because they feel that these trends has ruined their hair. You have to do what's best for your hair. You have to use products that's best for your hair. Make sure that they're protein free. I made that mistake as well, following trends when I first started watching YouTube back in 2011, 2012. That's when I started picking people who I want to follow. And all of them were using these products that were loaded down with protein, the shampoo, the conditioner, the leave-in, the moisturizer. I was using all of those faithfully, and over time my hair started to become dry. I don't know if y'all remember, I kept saying, my hair feels dry on the end. I don't know why. I know it gets dry in the winter, but the summer it was dry, and I knew something that threw up a red flag. Something was wrong. So I'm doing everything else that I need to do in my hair. And then it dawned on me, it's the products that you're using. Those are loaded with protein. You don't need to do that. So over time, then I started reading again. Our hair doesn't necessarily need proteins like that. So if you get your relaxer every 16 weeks, 18, 20, 30, 34, that is the only time, ladies, you should add a protein to your hair, either before or after relaxer. One or the other, okay? One or the other. You don't need to have a protein in your hair every single month. And whenever you choose products, make sure that it is right for your hair, okay? Low porosity and medium porosity. Our hair really need conditioning and moisturizing. It doesn't need proteins as often. I read that. So that's why I stopped using proteins like that. I'm going to put everything down here in the description so that way you guys can grab a pen and a pad and make sure that you copy this. If you are low or medium, make sure that you copy this, okay? Because it's really very important, and start paying attention to your hair, okay? Stop adding proteins every month. That's a YouTube trend, and once again, I'm not sure who started that, but it's not a good thing to add proteins in your hair every month. Some of y'all using medium protein. It's not good to do that. It's not good. It's not good. My daughter does a protein once a year with an egg and olive oil. That's what she put on her hair once a year. Her hair is down. Her hair is down here and she's natural, but she keeps it braided. You get what I'm saying? She keeps it braided. And she washes her hair once a month like I wash my hair. I'm not going to be washing my hair every single week. I tried that and it dried my hair out. Suds are drying as well. It's good to keep up with the cleansing of the scalp, exfoliation, or clarifying. It's good to keep up with that, but doing it every week, that also dries your hair out. Believe it or not, it dries your hair out. And that's why your hair is dry. It's not the proteins adding too much, it's washing your hair on a weekly basis. Our mother used to wash our hair every 2 weeks. I've started to do that every 2 weeks, but to me, that's still kind of, that's still kind of close. So I just stretch them out and just wash my hair every 3 weeks. And that works for me. It really does. Okay. So I really hope and pray that this video will help you. Okay. Once again, our hair does need protein to keep our hair healthy and strong as it's growing, but we don't need proteins on a monthly basis. You don't add proteins every single month, especially if your hair is healthy. Proteins are designed, you turn it around and look at it, proteins are designed for damaged, weak, dry, brittle, breaking hair. Is your hair doing that? If your hair is healthy, stop doing that. The only time you get a protein is when you get a relaxer. If you relax once a year or twice a year, that's the only time you should do a protein. If you're relaxing your hair every 15 weeks, every 18 weeks, that's the only time you should do a protein treatment. The only time, and it should be mild, the only time you should do a protein treatment. Okay? All right? So I hope and pray that you guys enjoy your Resurrection Sunday and your Good Friday. Be safe out there, and Lord's will, you will see me in the next video. Thank you ever kindly for watching. God bless you. Mwah.